What's up? How are we doing, people? We doing good? It's been a little while. I was sick last week, but Tammy filled in. Tammy did great. She did great. She kept the toast going. It was amazing. I think John did the week before. We kept the toast going the entire time. The entire time we were having some issues over here. What's up, Deborah? How is it going? Welcome to another Coffee with Michael. It's probably the best Coffee with Michael this year. You just wait. Got a lot of good stuff here right around the corner. Excuse me. What's up, dearest mom? How are we doing? Yeah. Tammy rocks. Yes, she does. Absolutely. We've got Win here from Dover, Florida. What's up, Wendy? Way to be. Where are you all from? Let's do a quick check on this. Every Coffee with Michael, we typically are able to hit every continent except Antarctica. Now, I know that there are some researchers down there that kind of watch Coffee with Michael, but they're on the clock. They can't be participating in chat and things like that. I know you're watching though. I know it. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to distract you from your penguins. Just put me in the ears. You don't have to watch. It's okay. You guys get an excuse, but nobody else. Nobody else. We want you to protect them penguins, okay? They're important. They're important, but I know you're watching. Don't worry. What's up from Central Kansas? How we going? How we doing? California, Long Island, Colorado. Way to be. What is up, Stella? How are we doing? Welcome to another Coffee with Michael from LA. All right. Didn't you guys have a UFO? I don't know why UFOs are in my brain. Every time I do a Coffee with Michael now, I think of UFOs. Actually, I probably have always done that because I'm a little bit weird. But, when I missed Coffee with Michael last time, we had like weather balloons flying in and all kinds of crazy stuff. I swear I saw in the news like yesterday that LA had a bunch of UFO sightings recently. It's crazy world. Crazy world. What's up, Carlos? How are we doing? Way to be. I'm on the government clock. Well, there you go. Watchie, Florida. Lots from Florida. We're located in Florida, if you didn't know. Ontario, Canada. What's up? Kentucky. Texas. Texas is like a totally different country. Scotland. Omaha, Nebraska. We have Pierre, Montreal, Missouri. Way to be. We actually joke that Florida is like Missouri, except it has beaches. It's very similar. Harrington, Kansas. What's up? I'm from Kansas City. Do we have 3 people on here from Kansas? That would be wild. All right. Let's do this. So today, we're going to be talking about 3 print-on-demand marketing trends you need to try in 2023. 3 print-on-demand marketing trends you need to try in 2023. If you want to get an edge, you want to get ahead of your competition a little bit, you're going to definitely watch this week. You're definitely going to want to watch this week's Coffee with Michael. So we're going to be diving into it, deep into it. It's going to be awesome. Victor from Nigeria, what's up? Welcome. That's amazing. Loving that. Seattle, digging it. Digging it. Welcome to Coffee with Michael. It's probably the best Coffee with Michael so far this year. Guaranteed to be the best one this week. 100%. Take that to the bank. Let's get into it. Do me a favor, like this post. If you like all the free content, the free education, our YouTube channel, all the cool stuff, the products we've been launching lately, if you're digging what Shine-On's bringing, please like this post. Smash the like button. Click it 1,000 times. If you're on YouTube, I want you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get an alert every time we drop a video. It's very important. You never want to miss anything we do around here. We're dropping good stuff. We're dropping good stuff all the time. And you guys always do an amazing job in the comments. This is probably one of my favorite things I do every week, getting to interact with our entire merchant community. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's go over some news items here. We launched some new mugs. So every week we do the Digital Marketer's Toast. If you're new around here, just wait. The Digital Marketer's Toast is magical. It's powerful. it's amazing. It's the best way to kick off a weekend. It's a dopamine hit that rings around the world. It brings peace. It lowers gas prices. People sometimes get sales during the Digital Marketers Toast. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's just around the corner. You wait. You just wait. It's awesome. We dropped some new mugs, though, that have the Digital Marketers Toast on it. So here are two versions of the mug. You can go to shineonmerch.com if you want to pick one of these up. The Digital Marketers Toast is best enjoyed in one of these mugs. That is a fact. That is a fact. We've run some double-blind, placebo-based trials. And yeah, you can't argue with science, can you? So these mugs are where it's at. So if you want the Digital Marketers Toast amplified, here's where you go to do it, right here. shineonmerch.com to grab one of these. All right. In other news, we're at 40,000 members now in the Facebook group. That's insane. I remember when this group had like 3,000 people in it. When I first joined the group, I don't know. It may not even have had 3,000 people in it when I first joined the group. Excuse me. And then when I joined Shine On, like in an official capacity, I think it had 12,000 people in it. So this group has really grown. And get this, we deny 2 out of every 3 people that request to join the group. So we don't let the majority of people that try to join the group, we do not let them in, right? We try to be very selective with who we let in the group. I want to make sure, for one, there are no bots, but 2, it's real people in some kind of e-commerce journey, trying to grow, that will participate in the community and so on. So we're really happy with what we've created here. The Facebook group, as you know, it's very interactive. There's a great community here. What we're doing at Shine On is unique. It's a lot different than other print-on-demand companies. You guys, the community, the culture that you've created really is everything. It really is everything. So 40,000 to us is actually a really big milestone. So thank you for being part of the community. Thanks for being part of our tribe. You seriously make all of this worth it. Not just for me, but for every employee at Shine On. We're very connected with what's going on in the group. We're very connected to our merchants. It really brings a lot of satisfaction to our work, and it wouldn't be this way without you. So thank you for being part of the group. Thank you very much. 40,000 people, pretty amazing. We're going to hit 50 by the end of this year. Think of that. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Maybe we do t-shirts again, huh? You know how we did the t-shirt when we hit $1 million in sales, which I think was December 17th, where all of our merchants did a combined $1 million in sales, and everybody got t-shirts, or a lot of people got t-shirts. Anyway, maybe we do some t-shirts when the group hits 50K. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. ShineOnChallenge.com. If you want some training, some free training, it's not going to be available forever. We are making some changes to this very soon. ShineOnChallenge.com is where it's at. If you want to go from 0 to 1 sale, all the education, all the training you need to do that is in the challenge. Based on our data, this is the best data we have anyway, 82% of the people that complete the challenge. Now, that's key. You got to complete the challenge. 82% of the people that complete the challenge tend to go on to get their first sale, which is pretty incredible. So this is free. ShineOnChallenge.com. If you want some training on how to get your first sale, if you're new, go sign up. This is going away. This is going away soon. I don't have a date yet. Trust me, we're making some changes here. We got big things planned this summer. You know how it is at Shine On. We're always kind of experimenting, trying to push the envelope, find the edge, do new things that other print-on-demand companies aren't doing. We've got some stuff right around the corner. It's going to be really, really cool. And it's going to impact the challenge, right? It's not going to be available forever. If you want to take advantage of it, now is the time. Now is the time. All right. Excuse me. Look at this. Let's see here. Deborah says family. Absolutely. It's what we're trying to create here at Shine On. You know, to put it in perspective for you, like how merchant centered, let's say, we try to be, you know, we try to take the experience we've created for merchants and then create that internally in the company. Now, it's easier said than done, but we really do try to look to the merchant community and the merchant culture and find unique and creative ways we can bring that in-house and make that our employee culture as well. And that's how important this is to us. That's how important being part of this tribe with you all is to us. You really are everything to us, and the community is first and foremost in our minds anytime we do something here at China. I'm not saying we always get it right, but we do our best. We do our best. All right. Phil made over 11K in 6 weeks thanks to the challenge. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks, Phil, for the testimonial. Phil is a pretty good e-commerce merchant at this point. I wouldn't say his results are necessarily typical, but Phil's awesome. Phil's awesome. And one big reason his results aren't typical is because a lot of people just don't take any action. They come through like we're getting, just to put it in perspective for everybody, hundreds and hundreds of signups to the challenge literally every single week. And very few of those people go on to complete the challenge, right? Most people are not taking action. It's a big problem, big problem. Phil, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's awesome. Facebook user says it really is a community. I asked a question. I got really good answers. Chef's kiss. That's right. That is right. It's what we try to do each and every week. All right, let's keep going. If you want to stay caught up on all the cool, latest and greatest type stuff we're doing here at Shine On, it's real easy to do. At the very top of the Facebook group, you'll see a little featured button. It might say announcements. Facebook literally changes this every week, it seems like. Click that. Inside of there is like a curated news feed of all the latest and greatest stuff that we're doing. So if we launch a new product, excuse me, launch a new product, new feature, anything like that, you can find it right here inside of the featured section of the group. It's pretty easy to stay caught up. All right. You guys ready to get into this? Huh? Do me a favor. Most of you know what's next. I want to see some coffee emojis in the chat. Coffee emojis in the chat right now. Right now. Show me you're excited for this digital marketer's toast. I almost said kiss. Digital marketer's kiss. We're not kissing, folks. We're not kissing, but we are going to do a toast. Give me some coffee cups in the chat right now. Coffee cups in the chat. Shine On is the best. Well, thank you, Angel. We appreciate that. All right. Excuse me. Probably going to have to deal with that a little bit today. Let's get it. Thank you. Facebook user, Sarah. Facebook user, Shield Maiden, that way to be. Facebook user. Hey, StreamYard.com/Facebook. Let me know who you are. StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give Facebook the permissions to show your name, or StreamYard permissions. Maybe it's StreamYard's. Let's see. Malene. Thank you very much. Julie, see ya. Facebook user, Carlos, way to be, Wendy. All right. Very good. Here's the link, by the way. I just referenced StreamYard.com/Facebook. Okay. Let's do it. It's time for something magical. If this is your first time here, I'm so excited for you. Everybody that's ever done the Digital Marketer's Toast wish they could go back to the first time they did it and re-experience all of that again. It's like when you watch a show that's just, it's amazing. It's full of hooks and twists, and you refer a friend to it and they're watching it for the first time, you know, and you've already seen it and you just like envy their position, right? That's what I'm talking about here. This is magical. This is magical. It's a dopamine hit that rings around the world. It will make you happy. People feel warmth in their chest, right? Some people report getting tinglies from the top of their head to the bottom of their feet, right? I've heard of people getting mysterious anonymous deposits in their bank account after the Digital Marketer's Toast. Peace breaks out in the world, right? Somewhere on the planet, two people are about to get into an argument, but after we do this toast, no more. They're going to pause and they're going to wait a minute. What we're arguing about is stupid. We should hug each other instead, right? That's what happens. There's a flower somewhere in some field that was about to die, but it's going to bloom after the Digital Marketer's Toast. That is what I'm talking about. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. If you're ready to take part, let's do it. Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks. Join me now for the Digital Marketer's Toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, and lower CACs, higher CTRs, much higher CVRs, to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Cheers, everybody. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it right there. The Digital Marketer's Toast. Pause for a minute. How are you feeling? I bet you're feeling better. I bet you're starting to feel a smile break out on your mouth right now. I bet you're starting to feel warmth in your chest and you're starting to feel happy again. You know, that's what I'm talking about. You're starting to feel like the weekend just began. Like it wasn't Friday morning you just woke up on. You're not at work right now. It actually feels like Saturday morning. Saturday morning. And it's a 3-day weekend. It's like a Saturday morning when you have Monday off. That's the feeling right here you're getting. You know it. You know, look at everybody in the chat here. Look at this. Kirsten feels so good. All Kirsten was able to do was scream. Yep, that's the power of the toast right here. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, Mauricio's feeling tingly. Feeling tingly. You know those researchers down in Antarctica that can't participate in the chat, but they watch every week? They just saw like a penguin had fallen over, and then we did the toast, and the penguin got back up. I bet you that just happened somewhere in the world. You know it. You know it. Amazing. Loving the vibes. Upbeat. Way to be. Love is breaking out between two people right now. Totally platonic love, by the way. If there is such a thing. Feels amazing. Goosebumps. Yep. All right. Enough with my shenanigans. You know the toast is awesome, though. You know it. All right. Let's talk about 3 print-on-demand marketing trends you need to try in 2023. This is the direction that I think things are going in 2023 based on data, based on the trends we're seeing, based on observations out there in Twitter land and on Facebook and what we're seeing in our ads, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be really exciting this today's session. If you want an edge over competition, you're about to get it right here. I'm going to start to teach you or how to think in the future, right? That's what these 3 trends are going to cover. So are you ready for them? Let's get into it. Trend number 3, saving the best for last here. Trend number 3 is video. Now, why is video trending right now? Right? Now, you may not be thinking much about video, or maybe you're somebody who sees lots of video ads, but you don't see a lot of print on demand video ads, at least not with jewelry and things like that. But the reason video, we have to start thinking about it, we have to start taking it seriously, is threefold. 1, video does an amazing job at capturing attention and stopping the scroll, right? So when you're on Facebook or even, Facebook, it does a great job of capturing attention and stopping the scroll, especially if they have a great hook at the beginning of it. Video increases trust and authenticity. That's a big one. You know, most people know that photos can be manipulated. They can be polished. They can have the colors and everything can be amplified or oversaturated or whatever it is to make the product look more appealing. Everybody knows this. But when you're shooting video, specifically video from your cell phone or UGC video, which is my next point, it increases trust and authenticity in the company and in the product. Finally, it helps the buyer imagine themselves with the product. So if you have a video, like a UGC style video where someone's using the product or holding it in their hand or anything like that, psychologically, maybe even at a subconscious level sometimes, it helps the buyer imagine themselves with the product. And by the way, if you can do that, if you can get the buyer to picture, this is marketing psychology for you. If you can get the buyer to like see pictures in their brain of themselves with the product, you've basically sold it already. So if you can get the buyer to imagine themselves with the product, you've basically sold it already. This is why some of the best marketing language when we try to sell our product is around the gift giving experience, right? Because remember, a lot of people buying these items aren't doing it for themselves. They're doing it, the item is really for somebody else. But what they are buying, right, the thing they're buying for themselves is the gift giving experience. This is why in our copy and things like that, we say it made her cry, right? It's because it's the gift giving experience that we're trying to sell to the buyer. And if they can imagine themselves giving the gift to their significant other, and they can imagine their significant other crying, right? Because it's maybe one of the most sentimental gifts they've ever received or something like that, you've sold it. Does that make sense? video is a very powerful way to do this. If you've seen any of the TikTok ads that tend to do well selling our stuff, they're typically kind of overly dramatic cuts of, you know, someone handing a gift to somebody else and they look at it and then they start to cry, right? That's why they're doing that, right? It's the gift giving experience that you're actually selling to the buyer. Everybody with me? Everybody with me? It's the gift giving experience you're selling to the buyer, and video is a great way to do that. All right, one quick note. Still images still work, right? Nobody should forget that. They still work, and especially on Facebook, okay? I would still recommend everybody test with still images first because it's way faster. So when you're creating a bunch of new products, you can test with the still images first on Facebook. And then if you start to get traction or it starts to scale, then you can start to test with video and you can potentially move over to TikTok, right? But Facebook is a great launching pad. Test with still images. It allows you to move fast, get some initial sales, and then pivot over and start playing with video and see if you can go anywhere with video. All right. Let's talk about some video resources here. So first of all, you can order a sample kit. You go to shineonsampлекits.com. You can order a sample kit. We'll send it to you in a little package. And what you'll receive are both of our gift boxes. So you have the Oreo box and the Lux box. And then I think it's 5 of our top selling jewelry items. And then what you can do is print out your own cards. And then with the sample kit, you can take your own footage and UGC and things like that, right? So you can order a sample kit and you can self-serve on a lot of this at home if you want to start experimenting with video. Now, again, I recommend testing with still images and then moving over to video once you have something that scales. You can also just order a sample of one specific product. So if you navigate to the product in the Shine On app and you go to the product management screen, over in the bottom right, you're going to see an order samples button. If you click that, you can order a sample of a specific product. So we will basically send you the product that you've ordered with the message card already printed out, and then you can just shoot video that way as well. Another place you can go is shineonugc.com, shineonugc.com, and you can actually order UGC from us. So if you tell us when you place your order, you're going to have to upload like the artwork that you want, and then we will print out the card and we'll go shoot some UGC for you, or we'll actually, we have a bunch of computer renderings and we can actually insert your message card directly into one of our already pre-recorded videos. And that's another great way to test. Let's go ahead and hit play here. Okay, so this is just a demo of our website. It's got some examples of the type of UGC video that we have. And if you scroll the site, I don't know if this is going to scroll at all. Yeah, we've got, you can browse by product. You can browse by video. It's pretty cool, right? And this is another really great way. Like if you've sold a few products with still images and you want to start scaling into video and you want to do it fast, this is a great way to hit the ground running, right? Hit the ground running. Look at these acrylic renders now. These are relatively new. We just added these. So if acrylic is your thing and it's popping right now, we now have the ability to generate UGC for you using acrylic. And you can see here, we just add your artwork directly into our file and we're able to render you. It's not automatic, but we're able to render you products really quickly. So definitely make sure you check that out. Let's go to the next. I think we have more video demonstrations on the next slide. Yeah. Here's a few more videos. This one, again, is of acrylic, if you're interested in this. And again, you can do these too. You can order a sample of your acrylic piece if it's selling, and you can make your own video. This is just one way to kind of get moving faster if you don't want to mess with that. And then we also have, this is just another example of a message card one. I actually shot this when I was in Big Sur, California, about a year ago now. So anyway, you can imagine how this would work. Again, test with still images and then scale into video as you start getting sales. is you start getting sales. Facebook user says, can you please repeat how you go find the videos? Yeah, you can go to shineonugc.com right here with no space. That's just a typo. Shineonugc.com. And we have a store where you can buy these. It is, I forgot about this. It is restricted to people that are in Shine On Pro. So if you're not in Shine On Pro, you can't take advantage of this. However, you can order a sample kit at shineonsamplekits.com. You can order a sample kit, and you can order individual samples of your product by going here. So if you navigate to the product that you've published inside of the Shine On app, over in the right-hand column, you're going to see an order samples option. If you click that, you can order samples. All right. Excuse me. All right. Let's keep going. We also have some partners that will help us do this. So Gil Jimenez is pretty fantastic on the creative side of the business. And he has a Facebook group called Shine On Creatives. You can go join. And you can order UGC and video creatives and things like that from him. You can also order from him through shineonugc.com as well. And we have a special deal on that website if you're a pro member when you're ordering from him. But he can also help you make your UGC videos and things like that, especially if you like want to test and things. Gil is great. He's highly recommended. I've had many conversations with him. I can vouch for Gil, his character, and the quality of the product that he outputs. So that's another great place to go. It's another great place to go. Got another question here. Sorry, can you swap out the cards, etc., with your own message cards? Are they green screen, for example? On shineonugc.com, yes, you can upload the artwork, and then they'll do all the swapping for you. I think that answers your question. So at shineonugc.com, you send in the artwork, and then they'll do all the swapping for you. I think they do it almost frame by frame. Whatever it is, it's not automatic. But we're exploring that. We're exploring how to do this automatically, and so that it's built right into the experience where you upload a product and it's auto-generating video for you. So stay tuned for that. That is something that's on my mind, and we're trying to get out. All right, some other video resources here. So let's say you want to make your own video. You purchase the sample kits, you shoot some video on your phone, and then you want to do the editing. There's a few different ways to do it. One, you could do it directly on your phone. There's apps that'll do it now for you. You can use the app CapCut right on your phone. I believe it's free. You can also use an app called InShot. That's InShot. That's another one, but I believe that one's paid, but that gives you editing capabilities right on your phone. You don't have to do anything on your desktop, or you can choose to use a desktop app. So Canva now has video editing capabilities that you can use. DaVinci Resolve is something you download to your desktop. I believe that's free. I believe it's free, but you can use DaVinci Resolve to do some editing. You have Animoto. This is a monthly fee. There's another one called InVideo, INVIDEO.co, I think, that you can use. There's all kinds of options out there between paid and free, something you have to download versus something you do on the web. CapCut actually has a web video editor now. I've been using that lately. It's pretty easy to use. It's free. So why not, right? Especially if you're doing something simple like, TikTok ads or something like that, where the videos are 12 to 15 seconds long and fairly simple. CapCut is a great option. Again, it's free. You don't have to download anything. You can do it right on the web. That's something I've been doing lately. But there's all kinds of options out there, people. Just do some Googling, try to find something that works for you, read some reviews, watch some reviews on YouTube, and you can find something. Let me ask you real quick before I move on to trend number 2. How many of you have experimented with video ads? Let me know right now in the chat. I want to see a thumbs up if you've experimented with video ads, a thumbs down if you have not. Thumbs up if you have, thumbs down if you have not. Let's see it. Thumbs up if you have, thumbs down if you have not. So Phil has, Sarah has, Angel has, Facebook user has, let's see, Matilda has. Wow. Okay, this is great. Now I'm curious, did you shoot your own or did you order? Well, here, let me ask the question differently, I guess. Where did you get your creatives? Just answer that. You can type it out. Where did you get your creatives? Did you do it yourself? Did you get it through Guild? Did you get it through the UGC store? Where did you get your creatives? Let me know in the chat. Where did you get your creatives? Where did you get your creatives? Where did you get your creatives? All right. Shine on Canto. Okay. Sarah made them herself. Very good. Facebook user, made my own, ordered through Gil. Windy, I've not done it. Juju and Lala says I made it myself. Facebook user, I ordered it from someone, but the creatives didn't do well. Angel, I shoot my own, or through Shine on Graphic Designers. Very good. Phil, I filmed my wife as I handed her the box and opened it. Bought a voiceover on Fiverr for the male USA voice, and my USA friend, female, did the female voice. Awesome. Some experimentation going on there. That's great. Through UGC, myself, and there was one that with the cross that I used from Shine On. Okay. Used images from Shine On products and created in Canva. Okay, so you made like a slideshow type of thing. That makes sense. I make my own or use another Shine On member. All right, very good. Order from creator. Okay, very, very good. This is awesome. All right, cool. And who here, let's ask this question. Who here has made sales with video? If you've made sales with video, say I have in the chat. If you've made sales with video, right? So you had a video ad and you got at least one order, say I have. Oh man. Facebook user says I have, another Facebook user I have, another Facebook user I have, but not many. Deborah, I have. Shield Maiden, I have. Juju, I have. Facebook user, I have. Okay, very good. It's awesome. All right. Yeah, way to be. Great stuff. So trend number 3 is video. Video is becoming much more dominant, right? It's been gaining in popularity for years, but we're really getting close to the space where, like, if you want to play, you gotta do video. In fact, we may already be there. I think you can still get away with testing with still images, but who knows how long that's going to be for, right? Video is kind of the new thing. So if print on demand and e-commerce selling is what you want to do, you need to start getting familiar and competent with video. All right, let's move to trend number 2. Trend number 2, personalization. Trend number 2 is personalization. So I have an acronym I'm going to give everybody. There's going to be a quiz on this acronym in a little bit, okay? And the winners may get, well, a few lucky winners may get some swag. I don't know. We'll see. But here's the acronym. PIND. PIND is the acronym. PIND stands for places, images, names, dates. Places, images, names, dates. So anytime you have a product and you're looking at it and you go, how can I personalize this product? I want you to hear pinned pop up in your brain. And you're going to go, oh, that's right. I can personalize it with places, images, names, or dates. Places, images, names, dates. Pinned. Quiz on this later. Places, images, names, dates. Pinned. All right. Places. Here's some examples how you can personalize product with places. Now, I suppose before I get too deep into this, I need to say personalized products are, this is it. This is taking over the world. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge for, this is going to be huge in 2023. I can tell you that last year, our top seller in Q4 was a personalized message card product. Personalization is it's just where it's at. If you want to play, you want to do huge numbers, adding a personalization element to your product is a great way to do it. A great way to do it. Personalization is big, especially on acrylic. On acrylic, adding a personalized element to acrylic is very, very powerful, right? And now we have an amazing product that you can do that with. So personalization, you're not going to want to sleep on this. You're going to need to start experimenting with this year. All right, here's how you can personalize some things with places. You can either do coordinates like this product here on the left, and we actually have this at Shine On. We have a product you can upload, add the coordinates personalization to it, and we actually build all the fields and everything for you. Yeah, I see there's some confusion here about the order I'm going in. So I'm starting at 3, I'm going to 1, right? So I'm saving the best for last, Okay, so we have places. You can do it with coordinates. You can also, though, build maps kind of like this, where now this does require some tech. I believe Customly has the ability to do this. I'm sure T and Blue and a few others do as well. Customly is a Shopify app where you enter coordinates or you enter like an address, it will actually pull up a map for you and allow you to stylize it or whatever, but it will give your buyers the ability to do the same thing. So now you have the ability to create message card items, acrylic items, basically like this, right? Where you create a design template and then you say, here's my personalization area, right? And we give the buyer the ability to put in an address or coordinates, and then it auto-populates the map like so, right? So we now have the ability to do this. This is how you can personalize with places. You can do coordinates, you can do an address, things like that. You can do star maps out of this too. You can do star maps. There's all kinds of really cool stuff you can do with this. All right, you can also do images, buyer upload images. So you can do this with the jewelry and with the acrylic. So over here on the left, I have an example of how you can do this with jewelry, right? This is in the memorial niche where somebody allowed a buyer upload image, right? So they uploaded an image of it looks like a deceased, maybe grandmother or something. And then on the back, they can engrave the pendant with the name and the lifespan of the individual, right? This is how you can do it in the memorial niche. Memorial niche is evergreen. It'll sell all year long. It's a great angle. Then you can also do like pet memorial or pet remembrance, like this over here on the right. So you could do people remembrance too with acrylic. That's not an issue, but you can also do with pets, where you add the name and then you add like the date and then an image of the pet. By the way, we have the pet name necklace where you could also do a memorial thing where like maybe the message card is the memorial piece. You put the name, you put the lifespan, and then you have the necklace with the name and the paw, for example. But photos, this is another great way, or images rather, is another great way to add personalization to a product. It's making sense to everybody? Everybody with me? Let's keep going. All right, next, let's talk about dates. Special dates. Whoops, I knew I was skipping one because it didn't follow our acronym. All right, personalized names. So here's another great way to add a personalization element to your product. So first of all, we have name necklaces, right? That's a bit of a no-brainer. We have the baby feet now where you can add names to the baby feet. Again, a no-brainer. I wish I would have had a screenshot on here. I totally forgot, of a message card where some people are adding the personalization layer directly to the message card where people will say love, and instead of saying your grandpa, it'll say your grandpa Joe or Grumpy Tom or Papa or whatever it is, right? You give the buyer the ability to personalize different parts of the message card. And we actually have this functionality coming very soon to the app experience. We've already developed it. It's gone through QA. We're going to be publishing it soon. But they can actually add different text fields and things like that directly into the message card without having to use a third-party app. So that's coming very soon. But there's a lot of different ways you can personalize with names in the jewelry space now, right? For sure. Then we also have acrylic. Now, acrylic, you can take the personalization to a whole nother level because you have so much space and room to play with. So here is an example of a Father's Day product. It says, "We love you, Dad." And then you were able to personalize each of the number of characters, what the characters look like, and then put names next to each of them. So pretty cool stuff. And you can do this now with our acrylic. You do need a third-party app, which I'll talk about in a second, but you can do this now with the acrylic products. So pretty cool stuff. Everybody with me? Everybody with me on this? Give me some fire in the chat if you're with me. Fire in the chat if you are with me. Fire in the chat. Fire in the chat. Give me some fire in the chat. There we go. All right. There we go. Digging it. All right. Good. You're with me. I know I have your attention. I know I have your attention. Okay, good. All right, let's keep going. Does anybody remember what's next? What's next? Remember our acronym? What's next? Can anybody tell me what's next? Whoever tells me what's next gets, at least one person is going to get some free swag here. What is next? Ooh, here we go. Juju and Lala. Got it. Got it first. Was super early. Juju and Lala. All right, you're going to have some swag coming your way. Tammy or Robin, I don't know if you're watching this, but if you could make a note, I'd appreciate it. Juju and Lala is one of the swag winners. There will be another. We'll do another one. Look at this. Everybody's coming in with dates. You guys are awesome. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Look, what you pick out on the merch store is totally up to you. I have two big recommendations, though. The tie-dye shine-on hoodies are freaking amazing. I wear mine virtually all winter long. The only time I don't wear mine is when my wife gets sick of me wearing it like day after day because it gets kind of nasty, and she throws it in the laundry when I'm not looking. So I go a few days where I'm not wearing it. And then also the digital marketers, man, where's my brain at? Digital marketers toast mugs are pretty awesome as well. Those are my two big recommendations for you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Dates, special dates. A few different ways you can do this. On the jewelry, you can always do like Roman numeral coordinates. These actually sell really well on Etsy, and we have the functionality built directly into the Shine On app, so you don't need any third-party stuff to do it. You can also do the dates right on the message card itself. Like if you're remembering a anniversary or something like that. You could also, again, I think you could do pet remembrance or memorial right on the message card as well. I think you could do that with the dog name necklace or the paw print name necklace, whatever we call that these days. And then also you could do things like this. And by the way, I'm pretty sure Customly has all this functionality built directly into it where you can put a date and a location, and it will actually show you what was in the stars that night, right? So you can basically build star maps based on, I think you need a date and a location. You may only need a date. I can't really remember, but you can build a star map. And you can see, here's a really great example of a product. Bill and Kate, the night we said, I do, right? And then they have the date and the location, and it's got a star map on it. Really cool, really cool. Excuse me. So lots of really cool ways you can personalize with dates. You can personalize with dates. Now, we have a preferred partner in the personalization space. We really like Customly. Customly hasn't, we've actually opened up our API to them. We have an API connection with them. I believe Acrylic is in there today. They were working on it yesterday. They were talking back and forth. I believe it's all the Acrylic stuff has been loaded into Customly today. I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong, I'm fairly confident in saying that like early next week, you're going to see our products, especially the acrylic stuff, inside of Customly. So stay tuned for that. It's something we've been working on now for about 3 weeks. There was just some other stuff that came up. We wanted to make sure that it was quality assured and all that before we launched. But if it's not today, I'm feel pretty confident in saying it's going to be early next week for sure. So stay tuned for that. But Customly is kind of our preferred partner. We've had lots of conversations with them. They seem to be they really care about the community and delivering a good merchant experience. They want acrylic to do really well. So anyway, Customly is pretty awesome. So should be there very soon if it's not there right this minute. Now, question. What was our acronym? What was our acronym? If you can give me the acronym and hang on, before you start typing, I'm not done yet. Give me the acronym plus what each of the letters mean, and you might win some swag. Okay, we got one more person coming up. I need the acronym and what each of the letters mean. The acronym and what each of the letters mean to win the swag. Acronym plus what each of the letters mean to win some swag. All right, Facebook user, the first one out the gate. I'll pick one more. Facebook user, places, images, names, date. It checks out. Very good, Facebook user. You get some swag. The issue here is going to be we don't know who you are. So type your name or something so Robin can find you. Robin, can you see who this individual is? Can you let me know in the chat? Mauricio says Don Smith is the first one. Don Smith is the first. Way to be, people. I like this. Everybody took notes, I think. Hopefully you're not just copying each other. Don Smith is the winner. Way to go, Don Smith. Round of applause. You've got some swag coming your way. Again, the hoodie and the Digital Marketers Toast mug is where it's at. But you do you. You do you. No judgment. No judgment. So you got some swag coming your way. Let's pick one more person that's been participating a lot in today's Coffee with Michael. Let's see. Too many Facebook users. Look, your chance of winning swag from a lineup goes way up if I can see your name. If I can see your name. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. I'll tell you what, we're going to hang on to this next piece of swag. We're going to hang on to it. We'll give it away in a minute, okay? All right. Next up, acrylic. This is trend number 1, acrylic. I've got some really cool data to show you on the following slides, but acrylic is it's freaking blowing up, okay? It's eating the world. Acrylic is. Look at this. Top products, week of 2024, acrylic was 54% of the volume our top products produced. Now, that doesn't mean that Love Knot sold any less than it normally does. That's not what this means. Okay, it's not a zero-sum game we're playing here. But it just means that acrylic came out the door and did so well, it dwarfed Love Knot's numbers. Does that make sense to everybody? So it doesn't mean that Love Knot and these other top-selling jewelry items are not doing as well. No, they're doing just as good as they always have. It's just that acrylic came out and it cast a big old shadow onto all those people. Acrylic is doing really, really well. Now, I'm going to give you another image here, the data. So these are product launches. This is kind of what we see sometimes when we do some of our product launches. This is due to seasonality and different things. And I'm not going to get too into the weeds here on what's going on here. I don't want to give away any of our secret sauce, but I do want to show you out the door, acrylic just smashed it. It just smashed it. So this is acrylic. Week after week after week, the sales just keep going up and up and up and up and up. It's crushing it. It's crushing it. Now, again, I don't want to give you the impression that other stuff isn't selling. That's not true at all. The other stuff is selling. It's selling really well. It's just that acrylic came out the door and it's just a super hot product. Everybody is really excited about it. So I highly recommend you check out acrylic. Now, there's some cool stuff you can do with acrylic. I want to talk about this. First of all, acrylic hits every niche. Plus, you know what? Hang on. Before I get into this, another thing you need to know about acrylic that's really cool is very soon, I think you're going to be able to put made in the USA on our acrylic items because we're going to be doing everything in-house. We're going to get the raw materials and we're going to make our own shapes. You're going to be able to make shapes. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming down the pike with acrylic. The supply chain, as far as, I mean, I can't claim to be omniscient here and to know everything there is to know about the supply chain with acrylic. However, from what I do know, it's almost entirely domestic as well. So, if God forbid something like a pandemic broke out or something like that and supply chains start getting disrupted, I don't think acrylic is going to be impacted. The other thing is, especially during holidays when things are selling like crazy, we're moving mad volumes. I'm pretty sure the acrylic supply chain is going to be very secure, very secure. So lots of advantages with acrylic. It's doing amazing. You need to test it out if you haven't yet. I would highly recommend, if you have a best-selling message card, right, just throw it on an acrylic piece and see how it does. I think you'll be surprised by the results. So the acrylic's cool because it hits every niche that does super well with the jewelry. To wife, daughter, granddaughter, mom, dad, future wife, girlfriend, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Plus, it's some niches that the jewelry products don't hit really well, right? So it hits some other niches really well that the jewelry products typically don't touch. So pet memorial is one where acrylic is smashing. People memorial is one where acrylic does great. I put people memorial here because I just didn't know what to call that category. I put the question mark rather. Baby and bridal showers is another one where you see acrylic doing some stuff. Shockingly, I think there's a B2B play with acrylic too, where you could sell swag to companies and things like that with acrylic. Also, I've seen houses that have guest bedrooms with lots of people come over. They'll get like their Wi-Fi password and stuff like that put on. Excuse me. Put on acrylic and then like put it in their guest bedroom. There's lots of like unique and cool things we're seeing come out of the acrylic line. So experiment, right? Your imagination really is the limit here on what you can do with acrylic. Now, if you want to sell big, if you want to do like the gangbuster, if you want to see your sales hockey sticking, then you need to stick to the really big niches. We're going to have broad or mass appeal. So that's always these family niches do amazing, the memorial niches, things like that. But if that's not your style or your thing and you want to experiment with B2B or whatever, I think there's a swag play here for sure and a few other unique angles. So acrylic's really cool. It's versatile. One thing to think about when you're thinking about acrylic is like an entire product category where like jewelry is a product category, right? Love Knot is a product within a category, right? Acrylic is its own category, right? So you almost can't compare acrylic to Love Knot. You almost have to compare acrylic to jewelry, if that makes sense. So anyway, acrylic just opens up a lot of doors. I would keep, like, jewelry is still selling incredibly well. What I like about acrylic is you could potentially get two products scaling at the same time. So if you nail something with jewelry, right, you find a phrase that's working really well in jewelry, you could potentially scale that and then launch acrylic with the same phrase, and you could start to scale acrylic too. So you could have two winning products at the same time, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Okay, here are some examples. Excuse me. Or these aren't examples, rather. Here are a few more points about acrylic. So, sorry, folks. I will survive. All right. So acrylic sign with the LED base. The LED base has a 40% take rate based on our data, which is pretty amazing. So everybody that comes through, basically 1 out of 2 people are picking up the LED base, which is awesome. So you're definitely going to want to add the LED base as an upsell. This is automatically done for you if you're publishing through Shine-On, so no big deal. But the LED base is working really freaking well. We also have the heart plaque, and then we have the square plaque, or the puzzle piece as well. So I've seen both of these sell for sure. The square signs, though, are crushing it right now, probably because of the versatility, and you can just put everything on it. But these do really well also. So if you combine acrylic with any of the personalization elements, this is where I think it's really going to take off. You've got, again, you could do star maps. You could do this kind of personalization. This is going to be super popular. You've got the memorial, and then you have the places method as well, right? So these all are going to do super well. Another cool thing, acrylic's going to sell all summer long. It's a great evergreen product. There are angles out there to attack. So guys, go after it, crush it. Anything you find that starts winning this summer is going to do amazing for you in Q4, right? So it's a great time to be testing and trying to get ahead of the pack a little bit before Q4 gets here. And, don't forget, Q4, it is just around the corner. I know it doesn't seem like it. It seems like a long way away. Summer just started. Q4 picks up basically in September-ish, right? You see a little bump in sales in September, and then about the about the middle of October, things start going gangbusters. So it's a great time to start focusing on all of that. So let's do maybe some very brief Q&A. I'm not sure how long I want to do it. Let's just do a few minutes of Q&A. Drop some questions in the chat. I've still got one more swag item I'd kind of like to give away. Why? I wonder what we can do here to give away the swag item here. Let's see. Who have I seen participate a lot in today's chat? Who have I seen participate a lot in today's chat? You know what? We like to reward loyalty around here. We're going to go with Deborah. Deborah's going to get some swag. Deborah watches every Coffee with Michael faithfully, I think. She participates a lot. She's always posting helpful and encouraging stuff in the group. Deborah's awesome. Deborah's going to get some swag. Deborah, your pick in the swag store. You know my recommendations already. I'm sure you already have a ton of swag, by the way, but you're going to get some anyway. So Deborah, you deserve it. You're awesome. Enjoy. All right. Do we have any questions? Then we'll move to wrap up. So how do we actually personalize it, though? Product personalizer? My recommendation would be Customly. So what you can do is you can go to Shopify, go to the Shopify App Store, install Customly. It's pretty easy to do. Now, I will tell you, there's a learning curve with their app. So I should probably qualify my answer a little bit. If what you're doing is very easy personalization, like a text field and a name or something like that, you could either wait for Shine-On to release the functionality, which I think probably within the next week or two, we'll have that built directly into the app. And you're going to be able to add text fields into message cards or acrylic or whatever and do it yourself. Or you could use Product Personalizer. Again, this is for very simple and easy customization. Anything beyond like a simple text field, you're going to want to use Customly. So Customly is an app in the App Store. You can just go find it, install it into Shopify. I will tell you there's a learning curve with Customly. You're going to want to watch some videos and things like that. I would prepare in advance to spend an hour or two learning about how to use Customly before you dive in. It's a little, I wouldn't say it's the most intuitive app in the world, but it's very powerful. I mean, you can do basically anything you want with it. So Customly is our preferred partner. I will tell you, especially once we get the API stuff figured out, which I'm very confident will be early this week, if not today, it's going to make it super easy for you to like very quickly like go to Customly, pick Shine-On, pick one of our acrylic products and throw a design on it and add your personalization. It's going to be very, very easy to do. So that's my recommendation there. All right. Deborah says she's getting a new mug. Way to be. That's awesome. That is awesome. Is there potential for a Christmas tree or a menorah shaped acrylic? Absolutely. So we're close. We're doing the R&D to allow you to make your own shapes. So that's around the corner, and we'll be able to do Christmas trees and stars and anything that you want. There will likely be some limitations. I don't know what those are yet. We'll have to, as we learn more, we'll share that. We're also going to have ornaments, definitely, as we move into Q4. So we'll have a little acrylic ornaments, and those are going to do incredibly well during Q4. So stay tuned for that. How many products are supported with Customly now? I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you. My recommendation would be, I think Customly has a 7-day trial. I would just get a trial and go take a look at it. All right. Let's see. Are any of the expedited shipping options and other features going to be integrated into Etsy? I don't have an answer on that. So my guess is yes. I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't. We typically launch something to the app first, see how it does, work out the kinks, and then move it into Etsy. So I would think the answer is yes, and I would assume we're already working on that, but I don't know the specifics. I thought expedited shipping was already there. I just think it's a manual process is the issue, but I could be wrong about that. I would recommend maybe even reaching out to support if you don't know the answer to that for sure. But yeah, this is definitely something I can make a note of and try to follow up on internally. Make sure we're moving that direction. All right, a personal question. If to choose selling acrylic in US or EU, where do you suggest? Okay, so I have a bit of a nuanced answer here. The way to crush it in EU is to sell into non-English speaking markets. So if you can sell into Germany in German or into France in French or something like that, you will just clean house in the EU. I don't want to give away too much information I have, but I can tell you I've known multiple merchants now that have done very, very, very well for themselves selling into foreign language markets in the EU. Like very, very well for themselves. You have to think about it, right? Like selling into a foreign language market in the EU has this barrier to all English speakers. And that is if you don't speak the language, everything gets 10 times harder, right? Because it's like you have to register a domain that's regional, right? So it's not a .com domain, it's like a .de domain, right? For example, the entire site has to be in a different language, including all your policies and things like that. The email and the customer support all has to be done in a different language. All the designs have to be done in a different language. And if that's not, enough of a challenge, when you find a phrase, let's say you find a phrase that's doing really well in English and you want to test it in one of these other languages, you have to translate the phrase and it doesn't always translate the best. So if you're using a tool like ChatGPT or something else doing the translation, you can, make some small mistake that you don't even realize that is completely off-putting to the buyer. So the best way to do it is to partner up with somebody that is a native speaker in those languages. You can use Upwork, you can use Fiverr. There's different places you can go to find a freelancer that will maybe help you. But I am telling you this, if you get this cracked in a foreign language, you are off to the races. I've seen it enough times now to know there's a lot of untapped potential in these markets. But there are significant barriers to overcome. Now, everybody's mileage may vary. The e-commerce expertise you bring to the table is definitely going to have an impact on your success. So I don't want to make it sound like results are guaranteed or anything like that. Obviously, that's not the case. But for those that have been able to crack the code here, they've done incredibly well. So I hope I answered that question. All right, maybe one more. Maybe one more question. Here we go. Will personalized products be fulfilled automatically? Again, this is another one with a nuanced answer because if you're using Artwork Swapper, I do not believe it fulfills automatically. It basically pauses the order before it gets to production, and it allows you some time to go into the order and upload the right artwork for us to proceed with production. So it's a little bit manual and there's a step in between. However, if you use an API like Customly, or you use our native personalization options like buyer upload or being able to add the text fields, which again is coming within the next week or two, all of that will be automatic and you won't need to use Artwork Swapper. So again, it's a little bit nuanced. It's a yes and no to the answer. It all depends on how you set up personalization and whether or not you need artwork swapper in order to do it. Okay. German. Yes. Okay. So if you're doing German, yeah, sell German products into Germany. You're going to crush it. You will crush it. Well, okay. Again, results aren't guaranteed. Typical merchant doesn't crush it. All that stuff. I got to say that out the door. But knowing you're doing this is getting me excited. Anyway, that's pretty, and a little bit envious. That's pretty awesome. Okay. All right. Look, everybody, there's some more questions here. I think I need to wrap this up. I feel a tickle in my throat here, and I'm just going to try to preserve my voice a little bit. I appreciate everybody for joining. Hopefully, these 3 trends were helpful. Which were your favorite trend? Let me know right now in the chat. What were your favorite? Which one was your favorite or the most eye-opening? So we had video, we had personalization, we had acrylic. Video, personalization, and acrylic. Let me know right now which one was kind of the trend that maybe surprised you, you didn't expect, or you're most excited about, or the trend that you think is going to give you that slight edge on your competition that you weren't thinking of before. Let me know in the chat right now. Which trend are you most excited about? And holy smokes, acrylic. Acrylic is winning hands down. I see acrylic. Acrylic with message cards. Huh? Not following that one, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Personalized acrylic is my go-to. Yep. Then we got some personalization. Thank you all for trying to be different here. Acrylic with the images. Yep. Yep. All right, everybody. You're amazing. You're amazing. So if you've not started selling with Shine On yet, go to shineon.com. You can sign up for 60 seconds. And it's an incredible entrepreneurial opportunity. There's never been a time in the history of the world where it's been so easy to start an e-commerce store, sell products that you've never seen before to people you've never met. We ship them without touching it. You can do it for you can open up distribution channels as large as a Walmart, a Target, or a Costco for pennies on the dollar. It's absolutely unbelievable. Shineon.com. If you want to check it out, it's totally free to get started. You can, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you join our Facebook group. Shine On Profits on Demand is where it's at. 40,000 members and growing. Booyah. It's amazing. If you're watching on Facebook and you're not subbed to the YouTube channel, go do that. YouTube.com/ShineOnPod. We have exclusive content coming out on the YouTube channel you cannot find anywhere else, right? If you'd like to see it, it's over at our YouTube channel. And then we have an Instagram and our Facebook page. You can check out it as well. Until next time, everybody, hope you found today's Coffee with Michael helpful. Hope the toast gets you off to an amazing weekend. Till I see you again. Happy selling, everybody. Take care.